Well, I'm guessing this is a deep cut. I'm here for it. Hi, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. Welcome to Beatles Sunday / Tuesday. If it's blocked for 48 hours or if it's not, we'll see. Hopefully it's not. This is a Patreon request from Claybeat-e-o. We're going to be listening to You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. It was actually released as the B-side of Let It Be in March of 1970, but it was actually recorded in 4 separate sessions. The first 3 were in May and June of 1967, shortly after finishing Sgt. Pepper's, and there was one final recording session conducted in April of 1969. It also features a sax part played by Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones. I read a little bit on the recording thing, so everybody recorded on the first 3 sessions back in 67, but it was left unfinished and untouched until the 30th of April when Mal Evans, Lennon, and McCartney laid down all the vocal tracks and additional sound effects. Apparently, John and Paul weren't always getting along at this time, according to Nick Webb, who is the second engineer. He said they weren't always getting along at the time, but for this song, they went onto the floor of the studio and sang around one mic. And even at this time, I was thinking, what are they doing with this old 4-track tape recording these funny bits onto this quaint song? But it was a fun song to do. So that's the background of it. Let's go. If you want to subscribe, please help a brother out. Click that icon right below my face. We do a Beatles video every Sunday. I've got like almost 4 full Beatles albums in full on my Patreon if you're interested in listening to those. There's a link for that in the description. We did Sgt. Pepper, Abbey Road, Revolver, and half of Please Please Me. It's fun. Alright, let's go. You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. That's such a great name. In 3, 2, 1, go. You're right, it is like a lounge thing. That's great, Clay.
Look up my number. You know my name. That's right. Look up my number. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name.
It is a fun song.
Look up the number. You know my name. That's right. Look up the number. Oh, you know my name. You know my name. You know my name. Look up the number. You know my name. Look up the number. You know my name, baby. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name.
Let's hear it for Dennis O'Bell.
What the fuck? I can just imagine them doing this with one mic. Okay, Ringo. This is great. So it's London and McCartney doing that. That's amazing. What the fuck, man? Well, I guess after the I Am the Walrus debacle last week, this was needed. Thank you, Clay. That was that was hilarious. And they really played it so well too, even for what they were going for. I guess like the lounge act or whatever. They definitely played it well, and they just all the weird sound effects and the grunting and the squealing and all that. That's just perfect, man. It's so on brand for them to be just out there and have fun with it too at the same time. And honestly, yeah, Ringo when he came in for his little parts, man, he was laying it down. That kind of like, sort of like I don't even know, like it is like a almost like a lounge jazz sort of thing, or not even jazz, but like what is it called? The lounge big band sort of. What's the guy who's really big with that? Not Jimmy Buffett. What's this? Was it Jimmy Buffett? I don't know. But whatever, I'm talking about Frank Sinatra, stuff like that. I know that's not exactly what this was, but it kind of reminded me of that. But if you mix like Zappa and like the Mothers basically in there at their strange sound effects and humor and stuff like that, that's what this sounded like to me. But it's fun to like hear them just have fun like that, because I can tell that even though they maybe weren't getting along at the time when they did the stuff later, John and Paul, you could tell they were having fun with that. You could just hear it in their voices, and that was great. I know that George and Ringo weren't there for that, but they did it perfectly themselves. They didn't need it. They did. I guess they said they had 4 tapes. It was They had a 4-track tape, and then they recorded these funny bits onto this quaint song. I would agree, it is a quaint song. It's not, something from Sergeant Pepper that, like A Day in the Life or Tomorrow, Never Knows or something like that. But this is a fun deep cut, and I definitely want to listen to Let It Be, even though I think I probably have heard it before, to be honest. I think if it is what I think it is, I probably heard it before, so I don't want to, like, I might just peek and see if it is the song, and if it's not, I'll do the video for that next week. But thank you, Clay, for that. That was great. Like I said, that was definitely some kind of deep cut, because they were just fucking around, it felt like. But it was so great to hear them doing it. And but like I said, for like the music and that little style, imagining whatever they were trying to do there, I think they really did a good job with it. It's really cool. I'm glad I read up on it and heard all the little juicy details about it. There was that sax part played by Brian Jones, and it was interesting. The whole just, I don't know, man, it just felt like a trippy kind of song, but at the same time, not. It was serious in parts and then trippy in others, but that's what the Beatles do. They balance things very well. They balance the weird and the pop appeal or whatever at the same time very, very well. Better than any band I think I've ever seen. It's insane how strange and out there they can get while still being the biggest band in the world. You know what I'm saying? They really did branch out there at the end, and it's a beautiful thing to behold. And I really do savor every second of listening to these guys, because it's always something. Like, I just had fun with this track, There's nothing crazy or, philosophical to gain from it, I feel like, but it was just a great time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know that's kind of a deep cut, but I'm glad Clay sent that in. Thank you, my friend. And if you guys have any other suggestions that we should do for next Beatles Sunday, anything like that, leave it down below. and I'll definitely, put it into consideration. I really don't know where to go with these guys. I know we were working on the White Album, but I got this request that came in, so I did that. I might continue the White Album, but people are telling me they want me to do Help or Rubber Soul. There's so many different albums to do that we could do. But I might finish up the White Album. I might try to do like more than one song, but it's just really pushing the copyright. Like with the Beatles, they are very strange with their copyright. Like sometimes they'll let me do a video, sometimes they won't. It all depends on the album, I guess. I don't know. That's the only correlation I can find by like what gets blocked and what doesn't. Now, obviously, I can't do full albums because that just gets blocked no matter what. But the songs I can sneak on, basically. And last week, I don't know what happened with that. Like, I just did the official video thing. Apparently, it's happened to other reactors too. I saw official video, and I did it. That was my mistake. So if that offended anybody, I apologize. It happens though. So, well, like I said, I listened that morning after I found out that wasn't the real version. I went and listened to it immediately, and yeah, it was definitely completely different. There was a lot of stuff missing from it, and it was a little off. But it is what it is. But I did listen to the song and I loved it. It's such a trippy mess in a way. It's so good. But yeah, I think that's it out of me, guys. Thank you again, Claybeat-e-o, for that. That was a great pick. If y'all don't know, a Patreon right here. That is a picture of it. There's a link in the description. Like I said, there's almost 4 full Beatles albums for, I guess, full album reactions on there. I have to still finish Please Please Me eventually. There's other bands too. There's tons and tons of content on there. You can join any tier and get access to all that in our Discord server. If you want to get 1 free request a month, join the $15 tier or up. And if you want to send a request or a tip in, there is a link in the description for my PayPal as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Bye.